Good afternoon, this is Colton with Bill Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital roof inspection here out in the Bonzel area for a potential new homeowner. And so we like to outline these roof inspection videos with the current condition of the roof, the recommended action for any repairs if necessary, and then kind of the timeline for where this roof's at and when it will be needed to be replaced. So currently we like to start underneath the eaves of the roof. The eaves are the overhangs, and you can see the starter board right there. You can see the rafter tails coming out. You can see the rafter blocking, and then fascia board, and then you can see a shadow board, which also has the little drip edge kind of adhered to it right there with the starter tile. This is a concrete tile roof, and home was built in 1975, so we assume that this is the second basically iteration of this roof. It was replaced at some point probably around 2000. I'm guessing this roof's about 25 years old, and just based on current underlayment condition and kind of building practices. Right here we see a drip edge, which is great. Some roofs that were done before 2000 don't have this by building code. And so we got a metal drip edge. It's a 1-inch drip edge. Now we use 2-inch, so we use a little bit bigger. And then we use a tile riser as well to lift up the front, the first tile. Drip edge keeps water off of the wood, and when wood gets wet, then termites ends up getting inside of it. So we typically like this drip edge to transition into a gutter. This is a flat concrete tile roof, very common. The flat concrete tile typically lasts the longest just because it cinches together on itself the best, and there's less breaks and less ways for water to get in. And this flat concrete tile has like a little bit of a texturing to it to give it like a nice clean look, kind of a weathered look. And what happens over time is the tiles themselves kind of crack, just with maintenance and stuff like that, and need to be replaced. But the most important part of this roof is actually the underlayment, as that waterproofs the roof. And so we're going to check out the underlayment and then outline some general maintenance that can be done. Most of these flashings around the roof actually need to be resealed. This one's pretty good, but the resealing of this kind of protects this penetration going in, and this flashes it from water. And then when we redo roofs now, we typically like to leave a wider valley, make sure all debris can kind of freely flow through here. So I'm going to outline that these valleys are pretty crowded. We'd like to widen up these valleys to allow for debris and everything to flow down. When you get debris that stops the water, then it starts to pool onto the paper. You can see crack tile right there, and then a slip tile right here, slip tile right here. And you can kind of see the condition of the underlayment. It accelerates degradation when you have the underlayment exposed to the sun, and so you can kind of see how it cracks and starts to disintegrate more. That underlayment is looking to be 25 years old. And then another section right here where you can see the underlayment, how it starts to crack, deteriorate. It isn't really doing its waterproofing job at this stage. And then you can kind of see the layers on this roof. There's 2 layers of the 40-pound felt underlayment. It's very common. I'll put those tiles back. Now we're using a titanium fire-resistant, self-adhering underlayment. So we have newer products that we use now that have 50-year warranties versus that felt paper kind of has a 20-year warranty. All these basically flashings around these penetrations need to be resealed, and then the attic vents that were used on this home are a little outdated. With now we use vents that have basically a filament mesh in it for fire embers. There's no filament on these ones. We're concerned with fire safety and embers getting into the attic. So another flashing right here, you kind of see it needs to be resealed right there. And then there was another slip tile on this side. Tile's in good condition. You just have about 3 of them that need to be replaced, and there's probably a couple more that I'll outline on the report. The underlayment kind of expires. 2 layers right there, great for the homeowner. With proper maintenance, you'll be able to get close. We're seeing flat concrete tiles get close to 30-35 years out of them. There is life left on this roof. We just need some general maintenance. Within the next 5-10 years, we probably need to look at lifting up the tiles, replacing all the underlayment underneath the tile. And then the flat section as well. There's 2 layers of torch down on this. Quick, easy way to tell is you can see that little bump in the center between the welds on the current cap sheet. That little bump is another weld, but underneath it right here, just imagine that right there. So there's 2 layers of torch. Probably had this replaced at some time. a little bit concerning on the application, just because you never want to see kind of a bubble created. You just worry about the application process if air was trapped underneath, and then you can see an easy way for water to get underneath this torch down. So that's a little repair that we're going to need as well. We're going to need to replace the cracked tiles, reseal the penetrations, do general maintenance to a roof, just like you do general maintenance to a car, a vehicle, anything to get the most life out of it. This is what we're going to need to do here. We'll outline a maintenance procedure for this roof, and then with the idea that within the next 5-10 years, we need to look at redoing the underlayment. Most economical way is to just reuse the tiles, replace the underlayment. Really good roof for solar right here. There's a lot of incentives right now for solar, so we are a full service solar contractor. So if the new owner is looking for potentially maximizing the solar system for this size right here with a battery system to kind of stay off grid, that's something we can look into as well. We'll outline a maintenance plan, and then kind of forecast a roof project in the future. But a maintenance procedure right now will get this roof to the 30-35 year mark. So I'll get that worked up today. Thank you.